Hello friends, how do you do? Last night I had a silly idea and today I'm going to make it happen. Today we're going to be using a couple of different materials. We're going to start out with casting alginate from Smooth On. I'm not sponsored by Smooth On. Smooth On, if you want to sponsor me, you could get 15 views for each video I make. This is a one-to-one molding compound. My alginate here, I've got warm water, and first I have to cast my hands. So, there's one. Mix it up. Oh, this is much more promising than I started this with an old thing of molding compound that I found. It did not work. So this is the second try for this video. Yeah, it turns a beautiful aqua. Plug my hand in there. Oh yes. Worlds better. Worlds better. The stuff I was using before didn't work at all. And this stuff is, unlike plaster, this stuff is body safe if you want to cast any part of yourself or your friends. This stuff is a one-time mold, usually. If you're doing something like this. So this stuff is probably the safest if you're doing any body casting or anything like that, because it doesn't hurt your skin and it doesn't heat up to phenomenal temperatures. With things like plaster and hydrocal, it starts a thermal reaction when you mix it with water, and so your stuff gets really, really hot. If you know who Cynthia Plastercaster is, a lot of sacrifice back in the day, a lot of sacrifice. I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, but we're at a consistency that it would break my heart if I took my hand out of this and it tore. Because this isn't the cheapest stuff. Oh boy. Oh, there you go. Just a little bit of suction there. Wiggle. Just a little bit. There you go. Get the air in there. Good, 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 good. Okay. Oh no, can you see in there? That is a successful negative mold of my fist. And that should take detail quite well. Now I'm going to grab some hydrocal. You've probably already seen me mix hydrocal, so now I'm just going to put this. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Make sure it gets in all those little nooks and crannies of my hand there. Yeah. There you go. Tap out any air bubbles. Don't want any air bubbles. Yeah. Did I mix up enough? Okay, now I'm not 100% sure exactly how I was going to put this together, but I have a little dowel here. I'm going to put this dowel into my hand because I do know I'd like to be able to work with it. Perfect! Look at that. That's going to need a little bit of time to harden, so I'll see you soon. Alright friends, some time has passed and now we are ready to unveil our handsicle. I want to hold on to this vessel. Delicious! Alright, you guys ready? Oh, look at that. Look at that detail. Look at that. That is vascular. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Got a little funky around my fingers, but it's alright. See, look at that. Well, I guess that's okay. That's a bummer though. In this form, I'll just go and clean up any of these little dots. So, now I need to go through the whole process again, but do my other hand. And I'm going to do that in fast motion. Alright, pals. It's the moment of truth. I think I should be able to take this out without it crumbling into a million pieces. Ah! Oh, thank heavens. Thank heavens. I'm sure the more astute of you can tell where this is going. I'm gonna let these guys dry a little. Gonna have a little bit of lunch. And then I'm gonna come back and paint them up. That should be fun. I had a little bit of a problem here while removing the alginate. I'm going to use some liquid nails to stick that back on, but I'm excited to paint this so I can paint it first and then let the liquid nails harden overnight, because I'd like to get to work on this if I can find just the right color. I must make it. I don't know if you can probably hear that. I'm sure these microphones are good enough. There's some weather going on out there, man. Yeah, the sky got all dark. It's great. Right now I'm just thinning down some airbrush paints with some isopropyl alcohol. It's not really airbrush paints, it's just paint. I've never been great with skin tones. I always tend to go more contrasty than I have to. Ah, beautiful. I guess you could you're seeing where this is going. See you in 24 hours. Alright, so it's day 2 of our project. I didn't have much luck with the glue, so I'll have to try something else. But I did have some ideas. I ran an Instagram poll. I thought a funny idea for the piece would be to call it "This is Life" and "This is You." And I asked on Instagram if I should put knuckle tattoos on the hands, and these were the results. I don't know if people thought I was asking for me to get these tattoos, or if they knew I meant to put them on the sculpture, but the varying yeses and nos got me thinking that different people will see different things when they look at this. For some people it's a good gesture sometimes, and sometimes it's a bad gesture, but I'm just going to leave it as a gesture to be up to the interpretation of whoever's viewing it. So yeah, I'm not going to give out. I thought about giving it that name, but then it's not going to have a name. Another thing I did was I had this piece of wood, and I made a nice routed edge and I just stained it, and that's going to take a while, but I think this mounted on this, oopsie daisies, will be pretty cool. I'll just have to figure out a way to do it. And I also have an old shirt, and I'm going to put sleeves on the hands so it looks neat. So that's it for now. Okie dokie, artichoke. I have assembled all of the pieces that I need, and I've done the boring stuff. I guess that all depends on what your definition of boring is. Off camera. So you can see I've mounted this into an angle. So that'll fit nicely there, and then that'll fit nicely there. Now all I need to do is put the sleeves on. I've got a spacer here for that. You can hang out there. Okay, let's work with sleeve number 1. This will go around the bottom, so it'll look clean when it's mounted on there. Then I can glue this on later. This plops over there. Yep, that might be a little too long. Maybe I should use a little bit of double-sided tape on this. See, if you don't let hydrocal cure completely, it keeps leaching water. Well, you know, it dries. And when it dries, water comes out of your hydrocal and keeps the piece moist for a few days. So I kind of jumped the gun when it came to painting it. I should have waited a couple of days, but I didn't. Double-sided tape on the inside of this. This is going to act as like a spacer for this. I'm going to wrap my sleeve around this, stick it to the inside so it looks nice and tight, like a tiger. Okay, it's not exactly 100% what I had in mind, but it still looks pretty neat. And now, yeah, see? That's pretty cool. I like it. It looks like a hand reaching through this. Okay, oops. Nope, I'm going to leave that be. And we're going to do the same for this hand here. A little bit more double-sided tape on the inside of this. Cool. Haven't forgotten about you. I had to look for this guy. Let's try again. Yeah, that'll do. I say that now, but you know, in a year when this thing's hanging up and the hand just falls off, I'll probably wish I did it a little bit better. Shit happens, bruh. Shit happens. This hydrocal even picked up my fingerprint. It's really cool. So liquid nails did not work. let's see if a few hours of wood glue will work. Okay. I'm gonna let my buddy sit and cure for a little bit. Let's see how we did. Yeah, that worked well. Moment of truth. What a lovely addition to the shop. Could use a little bit of paint work, but I'll get to that some other day. Well, that's it for today. I'd like to thank all of my patrons for making this video possible, for giving me the opportunity to make high art like this. Next time, I'll either be making a poster for a band, or we'll be working with paper mache using an old phone book that I got yesterday. So we will see what the future has in store, but for now, thank you for watching. Catch you all later. Goodbye.